Yes, indeed. We all need to have breakfast. It's so, so important. But imagine having a different recipe almost every single week that you can just invent, come up with, and just impress your family. All right, it's something you can take to work to just give you that needed energy. This is not just a cookbook, but it's also a devotional, a message that she got just one random morning. Please, everybody, welcome the writer and the person who's made this set so gorgeous, Jasmine Macharia herself. Jazz, come out here, honey. Hi, Jazzy Jazz.
Hi.
How are you?
Good.
Good to meet you.
Thanks for having me.
Such a pleasure. Have a seat.
Thank you.
All right. So I love this book. Can we just get up? There it is. Breakfast, and I love the title, Breakfast with the King.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I saw online when you launched and you had a really beautiful brunch set up for your friends and some people you wanted there. The idea for writing a book, I think let's start there. Where did it come from?
God. Even just from the title, Breakfast with the King was one of those things. It was a Tuesday. I've even written that in the book. I was chilling in the sitting room, and then I almost had this voice telling me, why don't you do a book about breakfast? So I'd wanted to do a book for the longest time, but I never had a theme. And I'm the type of person who, if it doesn't come from God, you know how when things come from God, they flow.
Yeah.
Yes. So if it doesn't come from God, I'm just like, I'm not even going to force.
Right.
So when I was like, breakfast, I love breakfast. So I was like, okay, let me just take my phone and write down how many recipes I think I know. And I'd written 30 recipes in 15 minutes.
Wow.
And that's when I was like, whoa.
In 30 recipes?
Yes.
Wow.
So that's when I was like, okay, I have something. And I mean, it wasn't like the full recipe, but you know, just things that I know, that I love, like I would love to show people.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I think we have something here. And so I texted my best friend and my husband, and I was like, guys, I think God wants me to write a book about breakfast.
Yeah.
Can you guys pray? And then immediately the same voice tells me, write a devotional. And I'm like, okay, hold up, God. Are we writing 2 books?
Yeah.
You know, because who does that?
Right.
He's like, no. People eat breakfast in the morning and they read their devotional also in the morning. So why not put them together? And I was like, this is genius.
It is.
And there it is.
That's how you know it's a God idea.
Yes.
You know, there's this thing I saw recently, and it says, you know, we all get these brilliant ideas every once in a while.
Yes.
And the way to know whether or not it's your idea or is it a good idea or a God idea?
Yeah.
Is if it's a good idea, it'll probably fail. If it's
true.
a good idea, it will never fail.
It's true.
And your book has definitely done everything but success to you.
We thank God.
Absolutely. Tell me a little bit, of course, about the content of the book before we talk about your cooking.
Oh, yes. So it has 70 breakfast recipes, which are just a mixture of everything, because I realized that people are very different. There are those people who like having cereal in the morning, other people like eggs, you know, so everyone's very different. So what I did is I put together make-ahead recipes for the people who, like you're saying, when you have a crazy schedule in the morning, make it the night before, and then you just grab and go the next morning. I put recipes that you can make in 15 minutes or less. I put recipes that if you have time, let's say on the weekends, and you're having like you're hosting a brunch. So it's just a mixture of everything. There's healthy recipes in there as well. It's just a mixture, smoothies. I could talk about this book the whole day.
Fantastic.
So it's just a mixture.
Okay.
Yes.
How do you bring in the devotional part? Because I think, if I'm not wrong, this must be one of the first books globally to have devotion within this, some of the recipes. How do you balance both?
What had happened is the devotional is for 10 days.
Okay.
So, and the chapters are 6.
Okay.
So what we did is we put 2 days of the devotional before every new chapter.
Yeah.
Because we didn't want a situation where we're throwing it at the back or, you know, just putting it at the front, yet maybe there are these people who will buy the book expecting food, then they're just confused, you know?
Yeah.
So we wanted it to just in sync. So they're all in between. Yeah.
It's a beautiful, beautiful book. We'll show you some of the content in just a little bit. Having an idea to write, first of all, a cookbook, a recipe book, and then actually do it, and then get it published, get it looking this gorgeous and sitting in bookstores is not an easy thing. How did you manage that?
Oh, gosh. I thank God for His grace, because I didn't know how to do this, and also because we don't have that many Kenyan cookbooks. Like, I've looked for them, I can't find them anywhere, and most of the people I know have self-published their books, and they're also not cookbooks, because a cookbook is very different. So I was starting from zero, and it was one of those things for God is telling me, do it. just do it, learn as you go, you know. So I'm Uku's creating the content, but I don't even have a printer yet.
Right.
So, you know, you're just looking for a printer, and then the funny thing is that when you need a printer, you get this friend who tells you, I can hook you up with my printer in Dubai.
Yeah.
And just like that, everything just came together, and it was just one of those journeys for God giving me something bigger than myself, and telling me, now what I'm going to do, I'm going to hold your hand and you're going to trust me through the whole process, because you clearly don't know how to do this. And an ebook was too easy. So a hard case copy, I didn't want to compromise on the quality. First of all, it's expensive, but God brought it all together, and I'm just glad it's out here.
I love it. Okay, guys, so for a long time I stalked this beautiful woman on social media. I have stalked you. The way she's even sitting here, I do stalk you because I love food, and your pictures are so beautiful. We're going to put that up in just a second for people to see. A nice slideshow of some of your work, and some of those pictures are also here, all right? Some of those pictures are also in the book. But it seems like almost, Jazz, like you came out of nowhere. You know, and I don't know if it's the advent of social media, but Cooking with Jazz sort of just showed up on my feed, and I was like, who's this? I started following some of your recipes. Where did you start, and how far have you come to get to where you are?
The funny thing is I actually started blogging a while ago, but okay, let me actually take it way back. I studied culinary arts in Spain, and it was a good 3 years course. I finished. It was like the toughest time of my life because I had to study in Spanish and Catalan, 2 different languages. So basically I was reading for my exams with 2 dictionaries. Like, it was ridiculous. Like, sometimes I didn't even know if I was writing the right thing. But it was just such a crazy journey. And then to moving back home, and because I got saved, then I moved back home. And then once I
saved in Spain?
Yes.
That's amazing.
Through a hip hop song.
Are you
online.
serious?
Yes.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I guess we all get saved in very funny ways. And so, like, when I got saved, I could hear the Holy Spirit tagging on my heart to come back home. And when I came back home, I started working with my father. And so I've been selling spare parts for the last 6 years on Kirinyaga Road, you know?
No way.
And I knew it was a season, but also it was, you know, like, it's not my passion, but God was telling me, you better be faithful with this. You know, you can't be praying for an open door that has to do with cooking, you know, the things you love, and you're treating your job anyhow, you know? And so I was like, okay, let me be faithful, however long it takes. I didn't expect it to be 6 years though. But then during that time is when I started blogging in 2011, but I didn't take it seriously until last year. And so in 1 year of taking Cooking with Jazz seriously, everything else has just happened. It has
been unbelievable.
Yes, and now this is my 9 to 5. So.
Wow, that's amazing. You left Kirinyaga Road?
Yes, as of 3 months ago.
How's Dad doing about that?
Hi, Dad.
I'm sure he's okay.
He's well,
you're feeding him well. I'm sure when you get
and
a
it was my
chance
time, because I mean this was the 7th year. So
can I ask you something about that? Because I've also been through that, and I'm sure our audience members and viewers who are watching have also been through that. When you know that you just want out, you know that this is not your portion. You know that God is taking you somewhere else. But there's the meanwhile, and I really believe in the meantime where you're supposed to just do it and be disciplined. When did you get the I have to do it now, the leap, the I have to get my dream going?
Actually, that was, I think, maybe 6 months ago. When I started, like, now it was just heavy on my heart. And I think you understand that, because other times you just know I'm gonna just, you know, be in this season. It's not over yet. And you know it's not over. Like, if you could go quit and God is telling you it is not time, you will not go anywhere.
I've been there before.
So, you know? So I stayed until like 6 months ago. Like, now I was just getting restless. And I started really, really praying about it, talking about it. Like, I think I talked about it so much that when I finally did it, my friends are like, oh, you've left. Oh, like, for real? Yes. So 3 months ago is when I knew it's time. And sometimes even you don't quite get, like, okay, you don't walk out of this door going straight into this door. You know, we would wish it would happen that way. But I've had to now, like, trust God for opportunities, and also others that come and then they go, and then you're like, oh, so that wasn't for me? Okay, you know.
Okay, absolutely. I definitely agree with that. And I think it's important to just be able to discern when the timing is perfect and when the timing is right. You know? All right, so honey, we're gonna take a quick break. When we come back, we'll go through some of these recipes, and then you're gonna teach me and some of our audience members and viewers at home how to make something beautiful for your family. Impress someone, because if you're single, This is your show, all right?
Yes.
Just throw it down. All right, Jazz, you're awesome. Thank you. We'll be right back with Jasmine in just a second, everybody. Give her a hand. So, everybody, I wanted to, of course, get into the content of the book, but a lot of people, I think it's important I teach you something this morning. A lot of people take yogurt. I think as Kenyans, we are very inclined to dairy. And yes, parts of dairy, very, very good for you, all right? Yogurt can be good for you, but everything in moderation. I bet you guys did not know that yogurt can affect your brain function. Yogurt helps in weight gain. So, come on, when you team skinny, take yogurt, all right? But it can also cause cancer, all right, if taken too much. There's a lot about yogurt. So let's teach you a few facts rather, that you didn't know about yogurt. Take a look. We are back with Cooking with Jazz, who is the author of this beautiful book, which is Breakfast with the King. Mornings are better with Jesus and with good food, absolutely. And it is partly also a devotional book for 10 days that gives you beautiful 70 breakfast recipes. Take a look at this picture. Isn't this amazing?
Thank you.
You obviously have a great team that you work with.
Yes.
I've seen, I think this is also your husband in the back over here.
Yeah.
Okay, part of our crew actually know him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they do. Tell me a little bit, of course, about surrounding yourself with people who are supportive of your dream and how you use them to make this come alive.
Wow. The funny thing is that in this season of the book from last year, I lost a lot of friends. Not because of the book. I'm writing a book. They're gone. No, it wasn't even because of that. I think it was just seasonal friendships coming to an end, God exposing a lot of things in my life, dysfunction just in some of my relationships. And it's so funny because he literally left me with like a handful of them, you know, like now I just know them.
And that's enough.
Exactly. And I always tell my husband, I'm like, everybody else can leave me, but not you. Like I'm okay with everyone else going except you. But the funny thing is that especially my best friend and my husband, plus another friend of mine called Kave, who edited the book for me.
Wow.
Yes. And so there are those people. Sheila on one hand, who's my best friend, was praying the whole time, checking up. Kave on this side is like, okay, where have we reached? Have we sent money to the printer? You know, she was very, have you gotten money? We're still praying for that, you know, things like that. And then my husband, of course, just helped with the whole process. But it just showed me, also even when the book came out, how many people don't quite support you,
right?
Especially the people you expect to. Because when we set up a pre-ordering system for the book before it came out, Amuk was expecting, I mean, I'm a sanguine, I have friends, you know?
Yes, exactly.
Yes, I got 160 orders at first, and only 3 of them were my friends.
Really?
Yes, and all of them were strangers. And that's when I was like, okay, you know what, God, I'm not gonna focus on the people not supporting me. Let me be thankful for these strangers that you've brought my way.
Yeah.
So I think for me that has been my journey.
I love that you're being honest about that, because a lot of people are not. And you know, I think one of the things that we don't want to admit is that yes, that friend of mine is a little jealous of me. You don't want to admit that.
Do you know, even till date, like I'd rather just say, I think we just didn't get along because of this, because no one ever wants to think of a person that way. You always want to believe the best.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
but
and especially when you supported them.
Yes, you've supported them
in
and so
everything.
it comes to your turn.
Exactly.
But I think everything has its season. Everyone has their season in your life, and I think this is a great season for you.
Yes.
And they will come through. For the ones speaking directly to Jasmine's former friends, this book is available. Please buy it. Kenyans, please buy it. It's a really, really beautiful book.
Thank you.
When you, of course, now talk about devotion and putting in the word and all of that, tell me a little bit about where you drew that from.
The inspiration. I think for me at first I was like, okay, here's the thing, I'm not that. You know, when you start thinking about those things that you're not. Samuk was telling God, I'm not eloquent enough, Lord. I'm not this, I'm not that. Because, I mean, when you look at other devotionals, you're like, wow, that doctrine, these people are deep, you know. But then God is still telling you, I want to use you. And just write the things you've been learning. And so I wrote things that I've learned in my Christian walk: contentment, how to be happy with what you have, with your portion, the power of giving, like even when you don't have enough, you get it? Because we always say we're gonna give when we get more, you know, and sometimes God is calling on you to give now. So it's just like a culmination of my Christian walk, and I'm trusting that God can use any words, any person, even a cookbook, to just reach out to people. So even the first day of the devotional is actually an altar call. Like, because I realized some people buy the book and they're not saved. So I wanted it to be like an introduction, like, hey, welcome to the kingdom, if you want to make that decision. So it's just, I've had testimonies already about it. Recently, a friend of mine, even though we don't know each other as well, we met online, told me that she gave the book to her auntie, and in her last days, because she was dying of cancer, this was a source of joy in her life. And she was reading it over and over again, and I was like, who would have thought?
Right.
Who would have thought? Because it's just a cookbook.
Exactly.
But I guess God can use anything.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And you know, I was telling you this story earlier. My sister told me this earlier this year, and it has stuck with me completely. That, you know, when you ask God for certain things in your life, when you ask Him to help you succeed, when you ask for prosperity, fulfillment, all those things, you have to do your part. And that part comes with taking care of yourself. It comes with, you know, eating the right food. There are many passages in the Bible that talk about my people perish due to lack of knowledge, you know? And it is literally, some of it just boils down to what we're eating and how we're preparing our meals and things like that. So I love that you've done this, Jazz.
Yes, thank you.
It is amazing. It is amazing. Okay, so you launched the book.
Yes.
And then? Is it in stores? Is it online? Is it selling? How is it all going?
We're actually about to reprint this very month.
Wow.
Because the first batch, thank you. The first batch I have been selling myself because I wanted to raise capital to print more. Because they say when you print more, it's cheaper. And that way I can even have more discounts. I can have it in stores. So the second batch will be in stores, but for now it's on cookingwithjazz.com.
Okay.
Yeah, and you can get it there. You can order, and there's free delivery in Nairobi.
Okay, so, fantastic. Your online presence kind of skyrocketed over the last year.
I'm telling you, from 2016, I took this seriously.
You did really, really well.
Thank you.
And you do have a YouTube channel.
Yes.
Where you share recipes, and she does a lot. So before we walk over, take a look at that right now. Cooking with Jazz. You're doing so well, Jazz. Do you sometimes look at your work, you look at some of the pictures, you look at this book? How do you feel?
I'm thankful that I'm here now.
Yeah,
but I still have so many other plans.
I know you're going to be a household name. I hope that one day I get to see you.
That is my vision.
Yeah, absolutely, you are globally. I hope one day I turn on the Food Network
and then you see me
outside of Kenya, and
dreams.
I see you there. Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
And I think you definitely have everything that it takes.
I should amen to that.
Yeah, amen. All right, so listen, Jasmine has been telling me this from before we started the show. She's giving away 2 books, all right? Imagine.
By force.
By force. Signed, autographed, beautiful books. This is a beautiful hardcover book, all right? Where can we find this book? How much is it?
The book is retailing at 2,500.
Okay, very reasonable.
Yes, especially because it's a hard case book.
Yeah.
And it's on cookingwithjazz.com. Okay. So when you just go to the Breakfast with the King tab, you can order there. Wherever you are, even if you're outside Nairobi, Kenya, outside.
You will deliver.
Yes. Plus, I forgot to tell you that it has 2 discount vouchers at the back. So if you're not cooking your breakfast, yes. Yes, it does. If you're not cooking your breakfast, you can eat out. Buy one breakfast, get another free. Here.
What?
At 2 restaurants.
Y'all know. I love food and bargains, and now you've put everything in one.
I'm all about that life. I'm tired.
Me, I love bargains and I love food, and you put it all in one. I know this lady, Sharon.
Yes.
Oh, this is fantastic. Okay, so yes, at Tin Roof Cafe, another place I love.
Yes.
It's such an amazing little restaurant.
Salads,
Let me and you stop right now.
Yes.
While we are ahead, okay? So I'm gonna give an opportunity to the audience to speak to you.
Okay.
Does anyone have any question for Jasmine? Yeah, you do? Okay, the lady in the nice head wrap. Go on.
Okay. First of all, I would like to congratulate you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, it's a great work you're doing. And one thing, I've just listened to you, and I can really relate to what you're doing and what you say. But now I want you to give a kind of advice to someone who is really have the passion to do it, but yet the support that they were expecting were kind of disappointment to them. Because I know once I was struggling with a health issue, but I had to make a stand to change my lifestyle to a healthy lifestyle. and be able to adapt. I know it's never easy. It's a never easy go way, but it's the best option you can make in life. But how did you make up your steps a bold step to even print a book? While on the other side, you didn't have the support that you really expected from the friends and the closer people that maybe might have disappointed you.
Yeah, and you're right. What's your name again?
Paris.
Paris, you know, you're right, because every time you do look towards making some positive and good moves in your life, it is somehow, I don't know what happens. The world sort of goes against you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Personally, I would like to say that for me, especially seeing that I've put the devotional in the book, I like making it very clear that I love God. For me, He's the foundation of my life. So even during that time that I didn't have the support, I didn't know what steps to take, because this was a new thing. It was like this mountain. I think for me, the power of prayer, you know, pray and God listens, because I think many of us believe that God is just seated in heaven, relaxed,
looking at all the bad things you're doing,
you know? And some people even think He's a sadist, but the thing is, He is good, and His intentions towards you are good. So He's not seated there just thinking, I'm not going to really, you know, reveal Paris's purpose to her. I won't, you know, He's not that type of God. And so for me, just trusting that His heart is good helped me, because He also brought the right support from the least expected people. Like even when it came to the design of the book, He brought me this beautiful couple. They're called Wamboy and Peter. And honestly, me and the photographer had sat down with the software, because you just think, you know what? You have the photos, you have the content, let me put them together. No, it still doesn't look good. So we sat down with the photographer, it's not working. And then right there, I'm wondering, God, honestly, like, how can you bring us this far to leave us? It doesn't look nice. And then I remember, oh my gosh, Wamboy published a couple of books. Then we call her, and she put it together, and she brought it to life within 2 Sundays. And so He always brings you what you need. So just trust in that.
I think that's the key word there, trusting, right? Trust, and everything.
It's not easy, but
out.
You just trust.
Absolutely. I am going, before we take a commercial break, I'm going to call 2 volunteers very quickly. Volunteers, come. Yay, there they are. All right, give them a hand. I love it. Now I don't have to sort of arm twist them. Hi guys, come stand over here with us. You're looking so shy. Na vile mulikuanga enthusiastic. Sasa sweetie, unaitwa nani? Liz and? Newton. Unaona vile anaongea hata bila mic. All right, Liz and Newton, I'm going to keep them here. We are going to be taught how to make a very nice, easy breakfast together, all right? And remember, we have 2 beautiful giveaways, these 2 books, Breakfast with the King by Jasmine Macharia. She's done a very good job with her team, all right? And also, go online, go to our social media platforms where we're going to connect you with Jazz, her website, and her social media information. In the next few minutes, we're cooking. But before we take a break, remember, Nivea is looking for you ladies. They want you guys to nominate a woman who is achieving the perfect balance in her life. Do you know a woman like Jasmine who can throw down, all right, make the house look great, make the table look amazing, okay, and she just manages to do it all without that much effort? Go ahead and nominate her. Log on to our social media platforms to find out how you can do that. Every single week we're celebrating these women and giving them great gifts on the show. So make sure that you guys are part of that. For now, we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. All right, we're back on air, everybody. Come here, Mogaka, don't run. I've been trying to do this the whole show. Guys, this is Mogaka. Say hi, Mogaka. He's not even wearing socks. Do you know why? Mogaka is so awesome. He does the sound on Better Living with an amazing team. Rube is there holding the fort right now. But listen, guys, the reason I've been trying to get you to be here is because I know you love breakfast.
Oh, yeah, I do.
You do? Are you okay? Are you okay?
Did you trick me?
I did trick you. But you are a foodie, right?
Yeah.
You're a foodie? Okay, I'm not going to keep you here because you need to be working. Najua mdosi and I watch. But Mogaka is an amazing guy, y'all. I'm so happy because actually the shifts sometimes rotate and sometimes I don't get to see him often. We haven't seen each other in a while.
Yeah,
right?
It's my maiden show.
I know, I love you, Mogaka. All right, thank you. And the crew is just amazing on this show. Really, from our director Arnold Kinakosodo, the whole crew. We're like 20 of us and we just love you guys. And you are awesome.
Thank you so much.
Ngoja chakula inakam. Hata Dan, the guy, angalieni Dan ndio huyu hapa. There's Dan. Dan is always making sure we get good close-ups. Dan, say hi to the camera. All right, now we have our volunteers here. All right, Mogaka, thank you.
Yes.
What is your name?
Newton.
Newton. Yeah. Nice to meet you. Are you a foodie or a fundi?
I'm a foodie wa viatu hivi.
I'm not a foodie, but unapenda kusosi.
Sana.
Hey, okay.
Mimi na chakula.
I love it. Okay, now wewe sasa?
I'm Liz.
You're Liz?
Yeah.
Do you love eating?
Food is bae.
Food is bae. Where have you two come from? Jasmine, we have some funny people with us today.
How did you pick them?
I don't know, they're just straight up volunteers. What did you have for breakfast today?
Be honest.
Be honest.
Like 2 slices of brown bread and just milk.
Milk?
Yeah.
Only?
Only.
Okay. Do you want to gain muscles, look like Sesmo, Ivi?
Big dead.
Like that. You have to have a good breakfast, darling. Yeah? What did you have for breakfast? Use your mic.
Weetabix and milk.
Okay.
Okay. That's good.
That is a spot where it can be sponsored. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Wasewa Weetabix tuko hapa. You can sponsor this show. We are open. Yeah. Unaona watu wanapenda Weetabix. Aya sawa.
Yes.
All right. So Jasmine, take us through what you're going to teach us.
Okay.
And even Sesmo is inside this story.
Yes, I hope you're listening.
Okay.
So what we have here is granola, homemade granola. Have you guys tried granola?
What's
Newton?
that?
Okay. Now let me explain.
I love it. Granola,
actually,
yes.
Many people don't know what it is. It's actually, have you eaten oats when they're smashed up?
Yeah.
They don't taste that well sometimes, right? But if you still want to get those nutrients that are in oats, there are different ways you can make them. And so I put the oats, I mixed them with peanuts, macadamia, some pumpkin seeds, which are really good for you. We also put some peanut butter, like the natural kind, the one that doesn't have like any oil or, just no additives. And then I just put it in the oven and then it's toasted.
Oh, right.
Just
you have to bake this.
Yes.
Jasmine, many of us don't have an oven.
You
So
can
what
make
do you
it,
do?
actually, just use a pan.
Okay.
Don't put any oil.
Okay.
So you do like the way you would make peanuts. You
Yes.
just do like a dry
Karanga.
roast. Just like that.
It works.
It really does.
What did you add in here?
Then after they were done, I put some sultanas or raisins.
Okay.
Yeah, just for that sweetness. And they also have honey. So there's no sugar. There's none of that bad stuff.
Very
so it's
healthy.
Really good.
All right.
Yes, and so we have some fruits as well. In
All
yogurt.
right. This is the thing. I like bananas. You have mango today and strawberries.
Yes, just for some color.
Okay. What's
Yeah.
your favorite?
My favorite fruits.
Yes.
Pineapples.
Pineapples.
Yeah.
Me too. And
Yeah.
it's really good for you. And another thing about pineapples, it's very good. A lot of people think that it's because of the sugar. It's not. Pineapple is good for you, especially if you're looking to lose weight. It is actually really good. What's your favorite fruit?
Bananas.
Bananas and milk, yeah?
Bananas. Nakwambia
Alafu
matoke.
nashiba.
Oh, you're talking about matoke.
Yeah.
Sile banana kawaida. But today we have here strawberries and we have mango.
Yes.
Okay, and then you also have some yogurt I can see there.
Yeah, so we have some vanilla yogurt and some mixed berry yogurt.
Some vanilla and mixed berry.
Yes.
And you can go either way.
I mean, it's all about preference at the
Okay.
end of the day. And that's the beauty about this book is that you'll find something that you like there and or you just make it work for you. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
One of the things I can definitely say is that a lot of people don't know how to sort of balance. Like I can do this, but I don't know how much granola or oats to put, how much fruit, how much yogurt. Yeah.
And that's why there are quantities like in every recipe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to take us through that right now?
I guess. if
Let's
you-
do it. Please. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So basically,
Yeah, I'm going to take this, honey.
yeah.
Okay.
So you want us to plate it for the audience?
Yes.
Okay.
We're going to feed them. We're going to tell them to come up here,
Okay.
some of them. Yeah.
I'm going to put you guys to work, okay?
Okay,
Because
no
you
worries.
guys are with
We're
the
rich.
granola.
Yes.
So you guys can fill the dishes.
We're
maybe
team
2 spoons,
granola.
Yes. And then move them here. Okay, that's okay.
Too much? Is that too much?
No. You can add some.
Okay.
I think it's just because I need space for the yogurt.
got
Then move it over to Liz, who
This is like an assembly line.
Exactly, and
Sawa.
Liz can be pouring like a couple of spoons.
Great.
Of yogurt.
Okay. So how much yogurt? Although we've just scared guys about it.
Yes.
So a little bit, not too much.
Not too much.
Okay.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's just something, so it's not too dry in your mouth.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
There's some people who even take it with milk.
With milk.
Yeah. And my husband, let me tell you, my husband makes this granola over and over. If there's anything, he has learned how to make his granola.
Really?
And he's always making it for himself during the week, because you can make it and then store it in a jar, and it will last for like a whole week.
It's like cereal. And let me just say, the other day I went to the supermarket to buy cereal. Cereal is expensive, yo.
Yes, it is.
Can we talk to the wheat farmer? Sesmo, what is going on? Why is cereal so expensive?
Because to produce the wheat, you have to use a lot of money.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I was so shocked. You will literally not find, you won't find cereal under like 400, or it's impossible. Everything is above 500 shillings, and that thing will not serve you for a month if you have a family. You have to buy that big one. And if you're looking for the healthy stuff, it's really expensive, right? But as you guys have heard, we've given you an alternative here.
Yes.
You can make this at home.
Yes.
And oatmeal is cheap, isn't it?
Oh, it's a very, very
cheap.
Yes.
Yeah, so you can do this at home, so you don't have to buy the boxed cereal. Look how beautiful this looks.
Yeah, and I mean, who doesn't want one of those Instagram-worthy types of breakfast?
Wow, exactly.
Yeah, snap some pictures. Okay.
Okay, so you've got yogurt across.
So we put some strawberries as well.
Okay.
And then now we're putting just a bit of mango.
Put a bit of strawberries here. Oh, this looks delish. Pig and butter. Wait, let me show you.
Here we go.
My selfie too.
Nakihara.
Okay, fine. Us guys are working natty.
So
you guys are at work. We're literally the worst students, guys.
Sorry.
All right, wacha nikupigie.
I think
Jasmine, who does your photography?
Oh, I do my photography myself, but
Really?
for the book I had someone else do them. He's called
but also
Isaiah.
your photos are beautiful.
Thank you. You know, you just have to, learn how to. YouTube just teaches you
Yes,
everything. You buy a
it's
camera
true.
and then you learn how to.
Clap for these two guys. They've done well.
Very quickly.
They've done very well. Okay, very quickly indeed. You were right. This doesn't take very long.
It was almost like a conveyor belt. Like she just kept bringing it to me, and
so
I'm
if you're
like,
a family of 4, this is perfect, right?
Perfect.
This is perfect. All right, so we're gonna feed the audience. All right, in just a second. They're excited. I literally haven't seen these guys smiling this hard. All right, it is very beautiful. But for now, chakula ni tamu. But for now, let's laugh a little bit, everyone. Here is a funny clip that will make you smile. All right, yeah, we love laughing on this show.
Yeah.
All right, so we're about to wind up. Okay, what have you learned?
I've learned I can have healthy breakfast and it doesn't take time to prepare. Kidogo kidogo we were just plating. Sidoisha iva na tujasha moto.
Hakuna hapa moto imeachwa. Bado kukula na ume la what?
can have cheap breakfast.
Cheap and healthy. Fantastic. Keywords here. All right, Mogaka, return of the sender. Kuja kuja. All right, Mogaka is our good man there. Mogaka, are you ready?
I am.
Are you ready to eat?
smiles
So,
says
are
it
you
all.
ready?
Yeah,
All
very
right.
ready.
So, shall
Yes.
we? Audience, come up. You know what? Come up here, guys.
let
Yeah,
me
we're
pass
gonna
one to
serve you
him,
guys. Mogaka, this is for you.
Great.
I know this is for you, Hane.
a couple of spoons, right?
Yes. Okay, come up here, guys.
We'll just have to make some extra.
We'll make some extra for those who are left back. I used to be a waitress, so I'm good at all this.
Oh, I used to be a waitress too.
Really? Yay. Yeah, waitressing makes
It's
you
not
patient.
Yes, and it
Pass
helps
them down,
you teeth
pass them down,
nowadays.
pass them down.
Yeah, like a train.
Tunaombea ndio. Oh, she just asked, are we praying? Yes, let's pray for this food.
Yeah.
Remember, yeah, it's
me just put them
important.
aside.
And can I tell you guys, if you have, whether you know you're still working, we're still at work. 2 more, they're coming, darling, they're coming.
Kuna watu
Pass
hawana.
this
How
one,
many
pass
people?
this one, pass
Yes.
this one. How many people
You
missing?
can use this yogurt now.
Now let yours have in my
Just pass it and I'll put.
Okay.
Yeah, masika, how perfect. Okay.
Okay.
Who's waiting? Who's waiting? You don't have one yet? Here you go. 2 of them. Fantastic.
Oh, so just 2?
Yeah, just 2 guys.
Okay.
And then me and you, Jazz. Me and
Oh
you.
yes, we haven't even.
We haven't had it. I have to try.
Yes, maybe we can pass this on
Yes,
as well.
fantastic. Remember, it's crucial to pray for your meal. You know, there are some people who actually wake up, they don't have breakfast. There's people who go to sleep hungry in this country, not in other countries. All right, so it's so important. We look like a choir.
All laid out.
We do. We look like a choir.
And some strawberries.
New Kweli.
Some strawberries.
In Yako, you guys are guests. Is this for me? Yeah. Thank you, sweetheart. I appreciate it. You guys have worked so hard that, guess what? I am going to give you, with Jasmine, we're going to give you the book. Oh. Yeah. You're welcome. You're welcome. Clap for these guys. They did really well, right?
Yes, they did.
Nyinyi klapini. Yeah. All right, fantastic. Okay, here we go.
Taste test.
It's okay, I'll make mine.
Yes.
All right, taste everybody. What do you think? What do you think of the breakfast?
You wouldn't tell those are oats.
Dan atapewa, asiyeogopa. Kila mtu apata sosi ya kina
Yes,
Brie,
there's enough,
kina
there's
Milka,
enough.
Grace, Sydney, kila kina Arnold, Kosodo wako downstairs, kina engineering wako wote. Isn't it great? I know, this guy, where does he come from? Wow. How do you guys feel? I'm gonna go around. Give me the microphone.
There we go.
As we say goodbye to everybody, I'm gonna start at the end.
Simple and tastes good.
Eating with a full mouth. Sasa sweetie, unaitwa nani?
Christine.
What do you think?
Simba. Iko tu poa. Kwanza kwenye hawapendi sukari.
Ni poa.
Poa sana.
Ulikula nini leo asubuhi?
No dates. Raisin.
Chai.
Chai. Okay, let me just keep it
It's
moving.
imagine
Random.
Because
Sasa,
there's no sugar.
how do you like it?
Yeah.
Tamu sana.
Yeah.
How do you like it?
Awesome.
It's awesome. Do you like
And
it?
I guess also because
My
of the
brother.
yogurt. The yogurt is sweet by itself.
Iko poa.
It's dope.
Yummy.
So good.
Imeweza.
Just
You can't even talk.
Don't
All
talk
right,
too
thank
much.
you so much
Doesn't
for
mean you
joining
give
us,
it up
everybody. All right. Thank you, Jasmine. You guys
Thank
are
you
just
for
here
having
making
me.
noise. Yeah? Thank you so much, everybody. Jasmine is online. We'll connect you to her. All right. Please log on to our social media platforms.
Yes.
The book is also available in stores and, of course, online as well.
Yes.
Guys, remember, this is the most important meal of the day, however small. As long as you have that energy, that fuel, it'll set you right until lunch, all right? Thanks, everybody. Have a beautiful day. Say bye.
Bye.